when you see the reports that have come from chemical analysis that have been done, some of what we are selling around and mixing as sugar has got high contents of mercury, has got high contents of copper.
The body wants to assure Kenyans on the integrity of the KEBS product certification marks.
To the best of our knowledge, there is no indication of anything like mercury that has been found in any of those sugars.
It is often said that when two bulls fight, it's the grass that suffers. The back and forth between government agencies that has left consumers vulnerable about whether or not the sugar they are consuming is safe.
Nashangaa mercury na copper inawekwa kwa sukari ifanye nini?
Unfortunately, there is not much the consumer can do because they are not experts.
A state of helplessness that food scientist Dr. Catherine Kunyanga of the University of Nairobi says can only be resolved by the government.
It's the work of the government regulatory bodies to assure Kenyans that whether it's from outside, whether it's within, that everything that is on the market that is available for consumption is fit for human consumption.
But going by the situation the country finds itself in, having to deal with the presence of contraband and likely contaminated sugar, Kunyanga recommends the use of a third party to authenticate the laboratory results.
They have released conflicting information. Then another independent laboratory, even if they suspect is political, it can be outside Kenya, it can be done. We also have independent public universities like here where we can actually analyze those samples and actually validate those results.
But one would wonder how such toxins find their way into consumable goods. According to Dr. Kunyanga, one way the chemical residues can find their way is through the value chain.
Chemical residues can enter the value chain when the crop is growing. The pesticides you use, the fungicides, the soil, the water, okay? After harvest, during handling, transport, again, heavy metals can have an entry point.
In the meantime, and as the government attempts to put its house in order, consumers have been advised to be sensitive to where they buy their products, the condition of the product, the origins, and as well the labeling on the contents of the product.
So consumers can also be educated through public awareness and education on food safety, that sometimes cheap is expensive.
Costly purchases that may affect the health of consumers, with cane farmers crying foul over the infiltration of contaminated sugar that is killing the industry.
Tumepanda miwa na wameleta sukari. Sasa miwa yetu tutapeleka wapi? Zitaharibikia shambani.
And sugar traders registering lower sales of the commodity.
Kama saa hii sijauza hata kilo 4. Si ndio hii? Kama saa hii ningekuwa nimeuza mingi. Hata kilo 10, 20 hivyo.
A dire situation that calls for tough choices, whether to take sugar or learn to do without, with the hope that government agencies mandated to regulate quality standards will rise up to the occasion and do their work. The Parliamentary Committee on Trade and Agriculture are set to hold a joint sitting on Monday to interrogate several cabinet secretaries on the contraband sugarcane menace before filing their report in 7 days. Joy Kiruki Juma, K24.